Welcome. If you believe talent is the only path to mastery, then you have been led astray because talent is simply the shadow of persistent effort, and true skill is not a gift. It is a design. So we are casting aside the notion of luck today, because what you need is not more force, but a systematic framework for learning. And I'm going to reveal the six fundamental laws, the pillars that govern the mind's ascent to true skill. These are the exact steps top performers use to hack the learning process. So listen closely, because this knowledge will change how you approach every challenge for the rest of your life. Your first act must be to understand the great deception. Intensity is a flash of light, but consistency is the slow, inevitable sunrise. Never confuse the two. So your first core law is the law of the daily stroke, because the deepest mountains are conquered not by a single leap, but by the relentless rhythm of the footfall. You must seek the quiet, small effort, the 1% gain made every single day. And when the journey gets hard, when progress seems to vanish, what the hurried mind calls the dip, this is your final test. So embrace the difficulty, because that is when the foundation truly sets. And if the journey feels hard, know this: you are succeeding, because consistency is the engine of destiny. Now, the mind recoils from the abstract. So your second law is to render the impossible visible, and you must deconstruct the skill until it reveals its original building blocks. Stop trying to grasp the full project. Identify the single, simplest components, because your consciousness only permits small, clear, manageable tasks, the smallest brick. So if you cannot describe the next step simply to a child, the step is too large. Break it down until it feels simple, not overwhelming, because clarity is the ultimate architect of power, and the natural human instinct is to repeat what is easy, but the master seeks the flaw. So your third law demands immediate courage. Abandon what you already command and deliberately target your weakest link. This is the high ritual. So isolate that flaw. Dedicate your full attention to its slow, methodical repair, and repeat the loop until it is eliminated. And furthermore, you must engage in active self-testing. So stop reading the answers, close the book, and attempt the ascent alone, because every time you retrieve that information under pressure, you are forging strength from effort, and effort must be directed at difficulty. Remember, facts are stored in sand, but emotions are etched in stone. So if you want the skill to reside with you eternally, you must bind it with meaning. So your fourth law is to find the deep why and attach the skill not to a goal you wish to achieve, but to the identity you wish to become. You don't just learn, you are the learner. And once this truth is yours, share it immediately. Teach the concept aloud, because the act of teaching forces your mind to organize chaotic input into pure, usable knowledge. Identity is the ultimate foundation of discipline. And know that all knowledge acquired only once is temporary. So your fifth law is the cycle of deep embedding. You must never discard a previous lesson. You must layer it. So practice skill stacking, where the new technique is immediately interwoven with all the techniques that came before it. And utilize your silent hours before sleep. Perform the pre-sleep rehearsal. Review the steps. Visualize the movements, and confirm the day's work, because you are speaking directly to your subconscious mind, instructing it on what must become permanent. And consistency is layered practice, protected by the dark. And finally, a mind polluted by noise cannot retain greatness. So your final law is the ultimate discipline guard. The inner sanctuary. You must erect the focus shield against the constant assault of digital chaos. So schedule dedicated time, free of notifications, and utilize the physical hand. Write down your process, the how of the learning for the hand, slows the mind, and anchors the thought far deeper than the eye alone. Remove the noise, because a clear mind is the powerful mind. You now possess the six laws: consistency, deconstruction, directed effort, identity, repetition, and focus. So understand that mastery is not a mystery, it is a systematic choice. So start applying just one of these pillars today. Your mind is ready. Let's make the chosen path unforgettable.